Ahojte všichni, já vás vítám u záznamu ze streamu, ale jak říkám, spíš ze záznamu na Honkai Starless Special Program 3.1. Já to sice streamuju, ale streamuju to soukromně a pak to vydám jako jenom záznam, protože je později a je to zbytečně nějaký stream asi dělat a většina z vás se na to i dívá, takže zkusím tuto metodu, že to prostě budu streamovat, ale prostě soukromně a pak to jenom vydám jako záznam. Já se ještě dívám, jestli, ne, nikde to tady nemám, jestli to je vydaný. Na začátku nebo jsem si ty uvědomil, jsem nedal ani žádný ten úvod, že začínám za chvilku a tak. Vlastně je to zbytečný, že vlastně to není živý stream, veřejný stream. Není asi co dodávat, Honkai Starless Update 3.1, nové postavy, příběh, eventy, redemption kódy už jste si většina zaktivovali, pokud ne, tak už prostě fungovat nebudou v tento moment, nebo možná jo, když se na to díváte ještě teď v sobotu, protože já to hned vydám. Dělám to i takhle, protože kdybych to natáčel zvlášť, tak se mi to nechce sestřihávat, má to opět ten special program 48 minut a za další by to dlouho se uploadovalo. Takhle ten stream sice je v nižší, ten záznam je v nižší kvalitě, horší, ale prostě hned jak to ukončím, tak to vyjde. Jdeme na to. Tady si dáme tohle, dám tady automatic kvalita Full HD, to stačí. Titulky dám automatický výběr a dám počkat, automatický výběr. Automatický překlad, tak, automatický překlad, čeština. A jdeme na to, přeskočíme to, protože tady je odpočet. Určitě tam bude trailer, nová postava. Počkej, dáme to úplně na začátku. Tak, jdem na to. By to mělo být dobrý. Lady Agle, je to sponzorované, OK.
In the legend's beginning, the world was just a lump of flour. Then the gods cast yeast
Asi do toho moc nebudu mluvit, protože
the Earth Titan granted it a divine body.
To nemá cenu komentovat. To je vlastně nový postav. Vypadá jako Gilgamesh. Inspirovaný Gilgameshem z Fate určitě je, ale není to Gilgamesh.
After that, the romance titan transformed into golden butterflies, gently touching their chests to grant them the ability to love.
There is no word for romance in the Kremnoan language.
Is that so? I heard Nikador once failed in love and even got into a fight with their rival.
Huh? That's just a baseless slander, a wild tale meant to tarnish Nikador's name.
Oh, Dee. This story is quite well known in Akuma.
Lady Trebios, let me explain. Nikador is not that kind of titan.
And so, the first bird was born. Albie, do you like this story?
This Amphoria's place. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
What the fuck?
On such a romantic
Menší, ale
day.
pauza. Teď jsem si všiml, že mi nějak blbne internet, protože mi to píše, že mám hodně ztracené snímky. A špatný internet signál. Nechápu proč. Pardon. Když YouTube dopřival dostat tak, aby mohli zaštěpený před. OK, nechápu proč. Doufám, že se to spraví. Nebo doufám, už je to dobrý, už by to mělo být dobrý. Takže nevím, co se stalo, ale OK.
Why don't we raise a toast to all the love and beauty in the world?
Takže máme tady trailer. Četl jsem na TikToku, že hodně lidí psalo, že nic moc update. Nevím. Za mě ten příběh bude určitě dobrý.
Shall abandon your mortal body, King of Kremnos. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in
Ty
this
toky nejdou přesně. Dobrá hudba, OK. Jako hojo verze, jejich songy jsou nejvíc.
This journey is forged blood and flames.
Ty toky nejdou samozřejmě úplně extrémně dobře a přesně. No,
Three molded life with their hands, and three guided Calamity's gate. Three carved the heavens and the earth. Three wove the threads of
nová
fate.
oblast, nový boss. Druhá nová postava.
Fighting the west wind away.
Jsem říkal, nebudu, ještě jsem to asi neříkal teďka, ale mám v plánu ani jednu z těchto nových dvou postav warpovat. Jsem zvědavý na ty reruny. Ten příběh tam bude hodně dobrý, si myslím. Tady to je ta postava, co bude ve 3 dvojice. A i ten mužský charakter tam byl. To bude ve 3 dvojice už. Tady ten.
How I wish to see you again.
It's now my turn to fight against it.
Aha, že proti ním budeme, jo? OK, tak to vypadá zajímavě tamdy. Tak jsem zvědavý. První redemption kód, ale ten skipneme, protože ten už většina z vás určitě aktivovala hned v pátek. Light splits the gate, shadow greets the throne.
Has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.1 Light Slips the Gate, Shadow Greets the Throne special program. I'm your host, Albert. First, let's have our esteemed guests introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. We're Treeby.
I am
Freebie,
the successor of Kremnos.
Mighty,
Greetings, everyone. I am Aglaya.
Once
Agla.
again, a warm welcome to our Chrysos heirs. Your golden presence has made this special program shine even brighter.
You flatter us, Mr. Albert. By the way, how did you come to Amphorius? Did you travel here with the two trailblazers by any chance?
Oh, it's a long story. One for another time. For now, let's just say that in Amphorius, it'll be my duty to host this special program for everyone.
Welcome, Albie. Even though today's program has just begun, it feels like we've already revealed a lot about the new version, haven't we?
Oh? How so, Treeby?
Look, the version title, Light Slips the Gate, Shadow Greets the Throne, combined with the trailer we just watched, makes it clear that D will really shine this time.
If that's the case, Lady Tribios, then as a demigod of Yanis, the passage titan
Doky to taky
must
zasekané
also
pomalu,
play
ne?
a key role.
Nejde to nějak zrychlit? Syna, že? Syna, nevadí.
Patience,
Like she did.
everyone. Whether this is true will all be revealed in the Trailblaze mission of version 3.1. So in the last chapter, Nikodor's core flame was retrieved, and now another Chrysos heir, Finan, faces the Titan's trial.
With the arrival of the
TBH, no.
Trailblazers, the Flame Chase journey reached a major breakthrough. Together, the Trailblazers and the Chrysos heirs reclaimed Nikodor's core flame. Afterward, Finan resolved to undergo the trial to ascend to demigodhood and inherit the divine power of strife.
But as Nikodor once murmured to Snowy, your will wavers. We're worried that Snowy's inner turmoil might affect his performance.
There's no need for undue worry, teacher. On the Flame Chase journey, the Chrysos heirs support one another, even if something unexpected happens to Finan.
Že v special programu ty postavičky, tady ty chibi, se více také rozanimované,
Impressive as always,
spojhybované než u Genshinu.
ever so meticulous.
As you all know, the Flame Chase journey is still pressed for time. With Nikodor's core flame reclaimed, it's time to plan for the next one.
Does this mean we're going to battle another Titan?
Hey, not all core flames need to be reclaimed through violence. In version 3.1, our great hero, the Trailblazer, will act as an envoy, and along with their companions, set off for the Grove of Epiphany to continue our journey.
The Grove of Epiphany is a city-state that worships the reason titan, Circes. It's a cradle of knowledge for Amphorius, and maintains a good relationship with Akuma. Besides researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans, they also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey.
According to legend, at the dawn of their existence, the Reason Titan, Circes, descended in the form of a giant sacred tree. And around their roots, a large, verdant forest gradually formed.
The generous Circes allowed those who sought knowledge to study and rest there, freely imparting the world's wisdom to the once ignorant mortals. Under their guidance, humanity built courtyards within the forest and established schools, which eventually evolved into the Grove of Epiphany we know today.
So it looks like Circes is our next target.
Exactly. Like Kefali, Circes is a titan friendly toward humanity, and has even willingly entrusted their core flame to the Grove for safekeeping.
That's great if there's no need for fighting. Just a peaceful retrieval. This mission might be much
No, to
easier,
nebude tak jednoduše.
Well, it's not quite so easy. The Grove of Epiphany holds an unwavering reverence for Circes. This core flame is something they'd be very reluctant to part with.
Exactly. That's why Akuma must dispatch an envoy to the Grove. In the 3.1 storyline, the Trailblazer will engage in peaceful discussions about reclaiming the core flame with newfound Chrysos heir allies. Absolutely no fighting.
Preklad prostě automatický.
But in the recent version trailer, enemies were swarming in like a tide.
Mustard. Actually, the Grove was recently invaded by the Black Tide.
What?
Since the Arabellica, a substance known as the Black Tide, has descended upon Amphorius, whether human or Titan, anyone affected by it loses their sanity. Nikador, once a stalwart defender against the Black Tide, naturally became the most severely corrupted Titan. With Nikador's core flame reclaimed, Castrum Kremnos was left without its guardian Titan and was entirely consumed by the Black Tide. Its spread has since accelerated, and now the Grove is its next target.
We must hurry to save them and Circe's core flame!
Exactly! The Grove's crisis cannot be ignored. Our Trailblazer will once again take on the heroic mission of seeking and aiding survivors, gathering intelligence about the catastrophe, and locating Circe's core flame to bring it back to Akuma. During this process, the Trailblazer will encounter a mysterious enemy attempting to steal the core flame. The masked figure shown fighting the Trailblazer in the trailer.
The one with the mask and cloak? They look like a major villain.
Haikus. What faction do they belong to?
They're an unknown enemy. This journey to the Grove may be more perilous than expected.
For now, let's call them the Flame Reaver. And to help our Trailblazer navigate their hero's journey, I brought some intel about this Flame Reaver. In battle, the Flame Reaver can summon clones to fight alongside them. These clones can launch joint attacks with the Flame Reaver. Moreover, the Flame Reaver can absorb these clones to gain buffs. Consuming these buffs allows the Flame Reaver to unleash even more devastating attacks.
That may not be a problem for me, but an enemy using clones to fight will surely challenge the Trailblazer.
In combat, the Trailblazer must quickly eliminate the clones to prevent the Flame Reaper from launching joint attacks or gaining enhancements. Honestly, I sometimes wish I had clones to help me manage life.
Be careful what you wish for. More clones might mean facing more trials and challenges.
Speaking of trials, I've always been curious about the trial required to ascend as a demigod. Lady Trebios, you were the very first demigod and therefore first Chrysos heir on this land to pass a Titan's trial. What exactly did you go through when you received Yanis's core flame?
This is a bit embarrassing to say, but we really can't remember those events from so long ago.
It happened during the Era Chrysia. For the people of Amphorius now, it would be considered ancient history.
That's okay. With the Trailblazer around, anything is possible. In the main storyline of version 3.1, the Trailblazer will harness the power of Orynyx to stir up ripples of the past, guiding everyone to revisit that piece of history. We'll return to Treebe's homeland and show everyone the Abyss of Fate in its prime. Some long-buried secrets from the era Chrysia will also be unearthed, becoming clear bit by bit.
So this is what the Abyss of Fate looks like in its heyday.
Příběh bude zajímavý, si myslím.
Nothing like the desolate state it's in now.
That's right! In the distant past, the Abyss of Fate was a city called Yanisopolis. It was Amphorius' sanctum of prophecy, the ultimate destination for all pilgrims, and the place where the three Titans of Fate revealed their divine miracles.
It seems we'll have the chance to learn how humanity's first demigod came into being.
Exactly. But let's leave it at that for now. Trailblazers, uncover this story for yourselves in the main storyline of version 3.1 and learn about Treebe's past. Now, let's take a look at the Treebe of today.
No, oni se podívejme. No, první polobůh, jo. Vypadá jak náhyda.
Question. The one who popped out of the box holding a letter, was it Trian or Treenan?
Oh, I know this one. Treenan. It was Treenan.
Correct answer. No rewards, though.
Because they look so alike, my teachers often have people unfamiliar with them play the Guess Who I Am game in daily life.
The one who suggested this game, could it be Trian?
Right again!
Of course. The three of them have very different personalities, making them easy to tell apart. Treenan is silent and sharp with both eyes covered. Trian is mischievous little rascal with fringed eyebrows. And Treebe is the most outgoing and lively.
Typically, Treebe is the main spokesperson, responsible for communicating with the Chrysos. Treenan focuses on maintaining and interpreting prophecies, while Trian is primarily in charge of opening and maintaining the Century Gate.
So here's a question from me. Why are there three of you identical little girls?
That relates to the duties of the Chrysos heirs. We were the world's first demigod, receiving the prophecy of deliverance from Kefali. To spread the prophecy across Amphorius, we split into many versions of ourselves and used Yanis' Century Gate to travel quickly to various places.
Through our teacher's
zajímavé.
tireless efforts, the Chrysos heirs gradually united as allies. Because of this, our teacher holds great prestige among the Chrysos heirs.
But speaking of opening gates, Treenan previously revealed that Trian is nearing her limit and might only be able to open the Sentry Gate twice more.
Don't scare me. So there's a limit to how many times the gate can be opened?
Using divine power to open the gate comes at a steep price. Every time the Sentry Gate is used, it takes something out of them. Over time, this deterioration reaches a limit.
Reaching that limit won't lead to anything bad happening, will it?
Losses
to
are
půlce
a
updateu, to je dobrý.
constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life
No to v
itself
půlce videa,
holds
tak.
little value. The weight of those words grows heavier, or perhaps clearer, over time.
Oh dear, why is the atmosphere so heavy? Let's not dwell on
Člověk by
it.
to mohl proskipovat, protože
For whatever may come, and we want all our friends to stay cheerful. Albie, let's introduce our abilities now.
All right, no problem. Treebe is a quantum character following the path of harmony. In battle, she wields a rocket as her primary weapon. For
Rockety.
instance, she can use the rocket to
Artyleria.
launch enemies and create a special dimension filled with stars and moons. While the dimension is active, enemies take increased damage.
No matter how many times I see it, this combat style doesn't get any less adorable.
Don't underestimate our rocket. It's a genius invention with precision targeting. We've refined it countless times. We also deal damage to the enemy with the highest remaining HP, depending on the number of enemies hit. The more enemies there are, the greater the damage we deal. Additionally, when a teammate uses their ultimate, we launch a follow-up attack against the enemy.
Even in ever-changing combat scenarios, Tribi can work closely with various teammates to provide buffs. She can frequently trigger follow-up attacks, helping the team swiftly take down opponents.
Exactly! As a character following the path of harmony, Tribi not only creates a more advantageous environment for her teammates, but is also a capable fighter herself. With Tribi on the team, you might just unlock new levels of combat potential.
Indeed. Beyond aiding and guiding the Chrysos heirs on the Flame Chase journey, our teacher is also an essential ally in battle.
All right. Now that we've got to know Tribi, let's move on to discuss another key character in version 3.1, Made.
Made. Gilgamesh. Pro většinu z nás asi. Řekli Made, nebo Made, ne? No prostě inspirace Gilgameše se si myslím nezapře. Killev. Taký trůn, wow. Made.
Prince of Kremnos, warrior of Akama, a lone lion, a man among men, a man.
Tí sparčtí válečníci, jak mají ty helmy, to hustí.
Really that exciting?
To be honest, Mighty is my
To má ten žlutý element. By třeba potřeboval, no zrovna.
I aspire to be like him. Strong, unyielding, a real tough
Myslím, že
guy.
tím žlutým atributem nebo elementem nemám moc.
Bird.
A tough guy? Do you mean like bathing in molten iron, Mr. Albert?
No uvidíme, ale
Or
říkám,
perhaps
ty
drinking
rany.
the blood of your enemies?
Maybe drinking some of Kremnos' signature pomegranate juice, doing push-ups, stuff like that. Oh.
Give me 500 push-ups. I'll count. Start.
Let's focus on the show first. Doing so many push-ups on the spot isn't appropriate, and viewers wouldn't enjoy watching it either.
Don't be so sure.
Prostě já předkládáno.
Back to the topic. In the previous story, against Nikodor's attack, Mighty single-handedly held back the rampaging Titan, buying precious time for his companions. He's so cool,
Made.
handsome.
Totally. Even though he might seem unapproachable at first, once you get to know him, you'll see he's super reliable.
Through rigorous self-discipline, day in and day out, he's always ready to step up at critical moments. If I had such a dependable and capable leader, I'd follow him to the ends of the earth. But there's a line in this character description that really caught my attention. The blood of patricide flows through Kremnos' royal line. Ooh, sounds like Mighty bears a heavy past.
Castrum Kremnos has a tradition of being crowned in blood. Since its founding, every new king of Castrum Kremnos has killed the reigning king to claim the throne, without exception.
Yikes! So that's how it is in a city that worships strife. Bloody succession to the throne.
Because of this
Ti
tradition
následovně musí zabít
and a
toho
prophecy foretelling Mighty's
současného
eventual
krále,
ascension,
aby se stal novým.
his father cast him into the Sea of Souls shortly after his birth, attempting to kill him before he could grow up.
That's so cruel! How could he bring himself to do that?
But, in the end, Mighty returned to Castrum Kremnos with an immortal body. He led the discontented citizens of Kremnos away from their mad king, wandering the lands and waging war until he joined the Flame Chase journey.
What doesn't kill him only makes him stronger, huh? But why did Mighty refuse the core flame of strife and give it to Finan instead? With his combat prowess, if he accepted it, he'd surely become the most powerful demigod, an unstoppable force on the flame chase.
Strife, slaughter, glory. These have been the traditions of Kremnoans and their destiny for 1,000 years. But is this destiny truly what the Kremnoans deserve? I refuse to let such a bloody tradition continue.
But Dee, the Kremnoan people in Akama have always expected you to ascend the throne, lead them back to their homeland, and restore their glory. Now that we've reclaimed Nikador's core flame and located the whereabouts of Castrum Kremnos, how will you answer their expectations?
Give me more time to think.
As the last prince, he is burdened with the fate
Panie
of an
princ,
entire
aha.
kingdom. He must consider their honor and sense of belonging while forging a truly beneficial path for them. Oh, what a heavy task. As for Mighty's decision and the fate of the Kremnoans, stay tuned for the Trailblaze mission in version 3.1. No matter what, I can guarantee one thing. When Mighty is around, he'll have your back, especially in battle. Mighty is an imaginary character following the path of destruction. In combat, he leverages his undying body to engage the enemy. His undying nature grants him an extremely high
Ale
max
by se mi
HP.
hodil, no.
In battle, I utilize my HP advantage against the enemy. By consuming my HP, I also unleash even greater power.
Exactly!
Víc má HPček.
Mighty keeps track of his total HP loss during combat. Once the accumulated loss reaches a certain threshold, he enhances himself, fully demonstrating his prowess as the Kremnoan warrior.
HPčka se ztratí, tak dá větší damage.
He unleashes a storm of attacks on his enemies, dealing massive damage and showing them the wrath of Kremnos' crowned prince.
Wow! Dee is so imposing! Like a lion dominating the battlefield!
In my enhanced state, I sacrifice defense for greatly increased HP and max HP. As my HP continues to drop, my abilities transform further, delivering even more destructive blows to my enemies.
A warrior rejected by death. Let's battle till the world's final breath.
A truly death-defying combat style. The spirit of
Rules
Kremnoan
evolved.
warriors is no joke.
All right, next, let's take a look at version 3.1's banners.
To se mi líbí prostě na Honkai special programech, že oznamujou i v tým special programu, jaké budou čtverky. Vidíme v první fázi 3B i Litecoin, jaké budou čtverky, všechny mám na max, takže by se mi to zase vracelo. Litecoin, jaké jsou, a to se mi líbí.
Version 3.1's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character, Tree. The limited 5-star light cone. If time
Zvědavě na ty
runs out,
rerany, měly by být
will
stejné
also
jako teď
have a boosted
3.0, že jich
drop
bude
rate.
víc.
In version 3.1 second half warp event, Trailblazers can
Druhá
acquire
polovina.
the limited 5-star character Mighty.
No, zrovna kdybych ho chtěl vyšovat, tak tady tuhle postavu, ten jak se jmenuje, mi chybí 3krát, aby ho měl na max. Jí taky a Natašu mám.
Limited 5-star light cone, Flame of Blood, Blaze My Path, will also have a boosted drop rate.
Additionally, these characters in Litecoin
Tak nebudou. Všude se mluvilo, že první fáze bude mít více rerunů jak teďka. Jsou třeba je nová postava, Aglela a k ní jsou 3 rerun postavy. Ale to tak nebude asi. Yunlin, to je postava a rerun, na kterou chci jít, protože ten její element nebo ten atribut já prostě nemám. Mám Láru, ale to prostě nedává damage moc, prostě není to na damage pro mě. A jí, jak jsem zkoušel, vyšla, nevím, jestli její první rerun, tak se mi, myslím, že první rerun, tak se mi hodně hodila, osvědčila, takže pro ní si půjdu v těch rerunech. A protože tam jsou tyhle 4, tak se mi to opět bude vracet, což je super. Pro ní si jdu, Yunlin.
and all right.
A v druhé fázi má být ho.
The program will resume in just a few moments.
To už je druhý, ne? Takže jo, Yunlin si půjdu, není tolik postav, takže ještě 18 minut. Že teď budou eventy asi. OK.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at the new content coming in version 3.1. First, the Divergent Universe will introduce a brand new research topic related to Amphorius.
Divergent universe? What's that?
Oh, right. Mighty, you might not know yet. Simply put, it's a study on mortals and fate. As mentioned earlier in the program in version 3.1, the Trailblazer will head to the Grove of Epiphany, a renowned academic institution in Amphorius. The scholars of the Grove wove vast amounts of knowledge into the memory of the sacred tree. However, due to the corrosion of the Black Tide, much of this network has decayed, leaving only fragments of text intact. Therefore, the Grove's librarians hope the Trailblazer can become the inheritor of this
Wow,
library
co tam
knowledge.
staré JD, nalepšení, talentu, Litecoin, Bitcoin nějaký,
Even in this era of endless
tikety
strife
standardní
and the
a
relentless
další věci.
black tide, as long as true
Ale
history
teď nechápu, to není
remains,
event, to
the
je...
flame of civilization will endure.
Nebo jo, to je event?
That's right. The Grove not only collects
Není to
myths
nějaká
and
nová
histories of
věc?
Amphorius, but also records the Trailblazer's journey. By integrating
Jo,
Titan
je, ne?
technology, they've created Divergent Universe Protean Hero.
Since it's Titan technology, it's bound to be distinct from the Divergent Universe the audience is familiar with. Whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, you must have one.
Zajímavý.
Oh,
This time, the battles revolve around the day and night system. First, each battle alternates between day and night. These two states bring different boosts to combat, and additional effects occur during transitions between day and night. At the start of exploration, Trailblazers must choose the state that best suits their team's traits.
as exploration progresses, after entering a certain number of domains, Trailblazers can also select a day and night blessing,
Líbí, jak tam je
known
ten
as Golden
to písmo
Plaid's
neznámé
Bone.
prostě.
These blessings take effect during the corresponding state. Trailblazers can choose different branches of blessings to
Ale
further
bude se moct získat ještě nové
enhance
postavy v
combat
tom kombatu, no.
effectiveness in specific states.
The figures appearing on the day and night blessings look so
Jsem
familiar.
zvědavý na to.
Why is that?
Indeed. This is also Titan technology and another highlight of
Tady ta
Divergent
postava
Universe
příště bude, tady ta.
Protean Hero.
Já jak se to
The
jmenuje.
new day and night system and
Před
its
dvojice.
blessings are closely tied to the Titans and the
Ale většina z vás, co
Chrysos.
sleduje novinky Honkai Starly,
tak
samozřejmě jste už viděli oznámení, jaké nové postavy budou. To třeba Genshin ještě neoznámil, ale i když už jsou videa díky.
Corresponds to a different buff system. Trailblazers just need to
Yes,
select the
okay,
most
did.
suitable Titan ode for their team to tackle challenges with ease.
The Grove's Divergent Universe offers the most
Vím, že někdo psal na TikToku, že prostě ten update nemá žádná nová petková, žádná free petková postava, ani čtverková, že tam nebo ani žádné informace o Fate Collaboration eventu a další věci říká. A já si říkám, tak ten člověk je blbej, ne? Nemůže být každý update free petková postava prostě. A nebo čtverková. Jo, prostě, já nevím, co ti hráči někteří si myslí. Nebo že Fate. Oni oznámili minulý rok, že Fate Collaboration Event by měl přijít ve třetím čtvrtletí roku 2025. Což znamená, je druhá polovička roku. První čtvrtletí roku máte leden, únor, březen, druhé máte duben, květen, červen a třetí je červen, srpen, září. U červenci, srpnu, září bude něco s Fate eventem. By měl být. Co se týče o těm informací, kdy to bude přesně a co přesně tam bude, jaké postavy nebo skiny, tak to se dozvíme na následujících měsících nebo na výročí Honkai Starly, které by mělo být v dubnu. Výročí mít. Druhé výročí tento rok. Tam můžou dát další informace.
Besides the day and night system and Titan blessings, the Divergent Universe Protean Hero also brings more Protean challenges to the Trailblazers. This Divergent Universe's conundrum mode will introduce
Za mě v tom
astronomical
Honkai Starly se hodně rychle získávají ty Stellar Jady, protože není to open world svět jako je Genshin prostě. Tady prostě to máte ty koridory, partnete se, děláte ty fighty a tak. A prostě je to rychlejší. Já třeba Honkai Starlema mají na telefonu. Protože když jdu někde pryč nebo někde čekám někde, tak prostě si to zapnu a můžu si to zahrát.
Trailblazers can view and apply strategies and even like and save them. After applying a strategy, the system will give a corresponding recommendation to the trailblazer.
Omlouvám se, že se tomu nějak nevěnuju tady tomu, ale to prostě, až to vyjde a člověk to zahraje.
Additionally, in the selection interface for equations and weighted curios, the system will suggest the optimal options.
This way, you can easily follow the guide.
Prostě když se tomu tak věnujou, tak prostě to má asi nějaký větší význam, nebo nějaký význam to tam.
Not only that, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, enemy drops will also transform into special materials.
Enemy drops? Are you referring to the materials used for character ascension and traces leveling?
Correct. When you're short on materials for character ascension
Jo,
or
tady
traces
ten
leveling, the enemy drops can be automatically exchanged for these special materials. Moreover, this update adds a new exchangeable 5-star Remembrance Light Cone in Herta's store. Rewards like avatars and phone wallpapers from Divergent Universe, the human comedy, will also become available in Herta's
Chápu, toto není event.
In addition to the
Ona se tady pletu.
of the Divergent Universe,
Teď
version
challenge a
3.1
výzvy, no.
also brings lighthearted and adorable events for trailblazers.
First up, let me introduce the Awoo firm.
Awoo?
Event. Ježiš, to pro někoho bude roztomilý toto.
Wait, wrong species. The Awoo here refers to the
Awoo.
chimeras of Amphoria.
Chiméry.
Oh, so that's what chimeras sound like.
That's right. Chimeras are artificially nurtured, adorable little creatures. The residents of Amphoria
To je jako v ostatních hrách a anime a filmech vypadají chiméry. A jak vypadají chiméry v Honkai Starley. Roztomilé zvířatka malé.
Chimeras have to go to work too?
Surprised, Mr. Albert? The war with Nigador caused significant damage to Akima. There's a lot of urgent work to be done, and chimeras are indispensable in the reconstruction efforts. However, among the chimeras, there's a particular squad that hasn't been performing up to expectations lately.
So, trailblazers can take on the role of
Nevím, proč mi
personally
mikro znamená zvuk, když nic neříkám, ale OK.
Work objectives are
Nějaký šum nebo něco.
but how do we achieve
Nevím.
them?
Prosím, domů mi to,
When it
prosím,
comes
pár
to
věcí mi to
work,
blbne.
each chimera has different strengths and, of course, shortcomings. Trailblazers can assign suitable chimeras to tasks, adjust the team composition based on their traits, and create the strongest squad possible. After
Proč to
that,
šumí
the
nebo něco,
chimeras
to
will
se omlouvám.
automatically carry out their
Proč mi
work.
to blbne, prosím,
As
nebo
the manager,
nebo lol,
trailblazers just
tak je
need
to
to
lupnutí.
supervise.
The leaderboard will show team rankings. Keep aiming for a higher performance ranking to help the chimeras outperform
nějaký rank
other
systém tam
squads
bude,
and become
jaké
the
máte
ultimate
skóre.
workplace champions.
Doesn't sound too hard. Even someone like Finan could handle this with ease. Right?
Don't be so mean to Snowy. And don't
Mě zaráží
underestimate the
prostě, že
chimeras,
to dělá
Dee.
tak, no,
Each
co
one
to
has a
zaznamenává.
unique name, appearance, and personality.
As a manager, you need to understand your employees to assign tasks effectively. Plus, there are some tricky characters to watch out for. For example, there's Shock Force, who is overly eager, and Old Honest.
Ne každý update je pro každého přizpůsobený a dělaný, jo. Jak já to měl třeba u Genshinu, tak u tady té Honkai to je to samé.
All right. Let's move on to the next version of it.
Recently, in Akima, there's been a surge of counterfeit antiques made with cutting-edge technology, conning many residents. In the event Holy City Appraisals, Trailblazers will assist Theodoros, the antique shop owner, in appraising these treasures and cleaning up the antiques market.
Appraisals? Well, Finan's weird hobbies are rubbing off on others. Ugh. Besides,
To je třeba taky, si myslím, bude rychlý a
appraise
event.
Amphorius's antiques?
jednoduchý.
Don't worry, it's simple. Trailblazers only need to submit different materials to Theodoros daily, and the rest will be handled by him. I, Albert, promise there will be no shortage of fun appraisal stories and plenty of rewards for Trailblazers. Okay, now let's take a short break, and the show will resume.
Takže
when
třetí
we are
redemption
back.
kód. A už budeme konec, ok. Jasně, nový to byly všechny eventy, jo, 2 také malé a 1 velký.
Welcome back, dear viewers.
Dostaneme tikety, 1 multi. Se mi líbí.
From the Trailblazer about an old friend called The Gift of Odyssey.
That's right. In version 3.1, Trailblazers can once again earn a 10 warp reward through the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
5 tiketů zas.
Additionally,
Opět 10.
version 3.1 introduces some new materials for
Tam
everyone.
nový boss.
Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Gelid Moon, and
Boss toho bossa, těch enemáků
Shadow,
nových.
Shape of Slogjaya will be available soon. Successfully challenging these will provide Treebees and Mighty's ascension materials respectively.
Amphorius also brings new golden calyxes. Now you can farm credits and experience materials there too.
Version 3.1 also introduces 2 new sets of planar ornaments. Bone
Ornamenty
Collection
varové.
Serene Domain and Giant Tree of Wrapped Brooding. You can quickly obtain them through the planar ornament extraction function in the Divergent universe.
In version 3.1, the planar fissure and realm of the strange events will also return. Completing them will earn you double rewards.
Dobro, to je dobře, to se hodí.
And that's not
Aj na
all.
relik.
Version 3.1
Na
brings several system optimizations
reliky,
to
jo.
Trailblazers. First, the material synthesis system will be optimized. The process of synthesizing trace materials will become much more convenient.
Does that mean we can synthesize purple materials directly from green ones?
Yeah, that's right.
This eliminates some of the cumbersome extra steps.
Moreover, the build guide will also receive an update. In version 3.1, when you set a character as the build target, the Interastral Peace Handbook will display all the materials
to
needed
dobrý.
for building that character,
v
along with
Genshinu se
shortcuts
snaží
to
to
relevant
dělat
stages
toto
to
tak.
farm those materials.
Jo.
After each preview ends, Trailblazers can even set
musí to
newly
člověk
revealed
hledat jak
characters
dement.
as their build target and start farming the necessary materials in
Nebo dement, ale
advance.
prostě to hledat. Prostě klikne a postav, který se vylepší a hned ti to ukáže, co potřebuje a hned se tam portneš.
Looks like we received a special announcement from the project team. Let's take a look.
大家好，我是崩坏系列 IP 烧鸡。在翁法罗斯 3.0 版本上线后，我们收到了来自开拓者的许多反馈和建议。从结果来看 ，3.0 的一些内容，它最终呈现出来效果
Provokatel
是
víze,
不
na
够
které
理
to
想的。
hrají.
以开拓任务为例，有时为了打开一扇门要反复
Ale
推
ty
墙，
token nejsou
或是
přeložené.
在直面泰坦前还要四处跑来跑去，这种疲惫的感受实在
jak je to
不
double
符合
button
给到
překlad.
一贯的基调。所以这段时间，我们一直在对主线体验进行审
Ale
视。
v Fateu to se
优化
dozvíme v
包
následujících
括
měsících nebo na
上线
výročí si
3.0
myslím
后
víc.
续所有版本的内容。
Doufám.
除了先前在开发者电台提到的阅读减负和解谜优化，我们同时也在对任务流程进行重新编排。以 3.0 版本为例，开拓者在前往过去的旋风城时，不再需要折返跑图，而是从初始位置开始，通过一条便捷的道路就能直入主题。而原本这里的玩法会被安排到主线外，成为开拓者自由探索的选项。当然，还有对白、演出、探索。开拓任务的体验
To byla
是
ta
综合结合
postava.
我们会在
Nevím
未
ty
来
jména.
的
A to je ta
每一
druhá, co
在
bude.
方方
Ty
面面
dvojice.
做更细致的打磨，力求给大家带来更好的内容。
No ty postavy,
开拓者，我是
dobré.
游戏设计 Punk。除了像刚才烧鸡老师说的，我们也正在调整3.1及其后续版本的游戏内容。
Má
以
figurku
3.1 版
kapky,
本
co
为
ti
例
jebe.，
我们降低了地图中的敌人数量，并剥离了部分主线流程中的谜题。
Jo, tam nebudou
希望把谜题
animácie.
与剧情的结合更加紧密，且不
Něco,
只有很
když
长的
dáš
打
ty
断
puzzle a tak ne?
在原本的设计中，地图中有几处扎格列斯之手玩法，开拓者需要
哦
多次切换
这个
操作视角，但其实只是为了打开一条通路。在复盘过程中，我们意识到这样的设计不仅繁琐，也
Tak
没
jsem
有
to
很
nějak
强的趣味性。
nepobral, ale okej.
于是我们将这些并不有趣的流程从主线中删去，但是仍会保留地图中围绕这些扎格列斯之手的谜题设计，供抱有探索欲的开拓者自行发现。希望我们的调整能让开拓者更好地探索文法罗斯，享受解谜乐趣，同时也欢迎开拓者提出更多的建议和反馈。
Thanks, project team. All right.
A jsme na konci,
That
no.
brings us to the end of today.
No nic, dámy a pánové, tak to by bylo pro special program 3.1 s Honkai Star všechno. Jak jsem říkal, co se týče nových postav, nemám v plánu warpovat, zaměřím se na první fázi je Yunlin z Druhý, ale já se zaměřím na tu Yunlin a to určitě třeba natočím, jak se snažím získat a pak budeme šetřit na tu další postavu na 3.2. Napište mi, co říkáte na ten update, na ty nové postavy, jakou budete warpovat a tak dále. To je ode mě vše a já se s vámi loučím.